Some really sobering breaking news. We just got a few hours ago. Assata Shakur, the famed political activist revolutionary who was granted political asylum in Cuba after escaping from prison, has passed away. She was 78 years old. She died in Havana, Cuba on Thursday as a result of her health conditions and her advanced age, according to Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Her daughter, Kikuya Shakur, wrote on Facebook at approximately 1:15 on September the 25th, my mother, Assata Shakur, took her last earthly breath. Words cannot describe the depth of the loss that I am feeling at this time, unquote. Assata Shakur was born Joanne Deborah Byron on July 16th, 1947 in New York City. She spent her early childhood in Wilmington, North Carolina. As a college student in the 1960s, she was an active participant in the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. It is when she was in college, she met fellow activist Louis Chesimard, and they were later married and then divorced. In 1973, she was convicted of killing a New Jersey state trooper during a shootout. In 1979, she escaped jail and left the United States for Cuba and has always maintained her innocence. This is what she had to say about that situation.
In 1973, Zaid Malik Shakur, Sundiata Akoli, and we were on the New Jersey Turnpike. We were stopped by New Jersey state troopers, and I mean, they were out of their minds. You know, my arms were in the air in a split second. They shot me with my arms in the air and then again in the back. I was left on the ground for what seemed like forever. They finally took me to a hospital where I was kept incommunicado from Monday to Friday. And I don't want to explain what went on in between. But you can imagine, it was torture.
Wow. She talks about being tortured, being shot, being tortured by the police. In 1984, she was actually granted political asylum in Cuba, where she remained for the rest of her life, in spite of the U.S. government's efforts to have her extradited. And in 2013, she was added to the FBI Most Wanted terrorist list as Joanne Deborah Chesimard, the first woman on the list. For my generation, she's known most probably as Tupac's aunt, and you know, a part of the Shakur clan with Afeni Shakur, Black Panther, Mutulu Shakur, and all those people. You know, now, I mean, all of them are gone. It's crazy to think about, but so many of the revolutionaries who fought for our rights during the civil rights movement are now gone. Afeni's gone, Mutulu's gone, Geronimo Pratt's gone, obviously Huey Newton's gone. And now Assata Shakur has passed on. We have, you know, Fred Hampton and Mark Clark and Bobby Hutton. So many people sacrificed so much in the fight, the struggle against white supremacy in this country. H.Rap Brown is still with us. I talked about him a few months ago, how he is currently being kept from adequate medical care at his prison. Not only him, but Mumia Abu Jamal. So it is important for us to not forget them as well while they are still here. And to keep the struggle, keep up the struggle. It really, this world has become so demoralizing in so many ways. I just talked about it with the situation with the data centers. It just feels like we're under attack in every single way. Inflation, wars, everything costs so much. Our political system is rapidly deteriorating into open fascism. It's been fascist for a long time. The Jim Crow South was fascist, okay? Slavery, obviously, was a form of fascism. A police state. If you were black, you've lived in a police state pretty much most of your life. But now much of the rest of the country lives in a police state as well. And now immigrants live in a police state. And we just talked about it last week with Jimmy Kimmel. Now even wealthy white people live in a police state on some level where you can be censored at any time. And it is important to just take the lessons of people like Assata Shakur and just don't let them break you. Don't let them break you. Stay in the fight. Every day you keep living. Every day you enjoy something and somebody in your life. You are fighting back. You are committing an act of resistance. Because they want to take all of the joy from us. They want to take our humanity from us. They want to take our voices from us. And we can't let them do that. Assata Shakur, Mutulu Shakur, Feeney Shakur, Huey Newton, Geronimo Pratt, none of those people would want us to do that. All right, folks, when we come back, we're going to get into Tylenol. You think Tylenol causes autism? I don't know. We'll be right back after these.